Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Relaford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Relaford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Relaford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Relaford on the Jeff Relaford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, a.k.a. the Prince of Podcast, coming to you live, baby. How is everybody's Monday? Man, I figured I'd ask because, it's been a great day for me. I know that much. It has been an awesome day for me. And I just hope I can have the pleasure of sharing this day with you on today. So real quick, y'all, I just want to acknowledge this real quick. I call myself the Prince of Podcast right now because I had a great conversation with Miss Dinah Lynn Biggs, who is the CEO of Biggs Radio Chicago. Let's give a hand clap. Yeah, there it is. All right. And she said she had a conversation with somebody. I forgot who she was talking to, and I forgot what she was. I think she had to be at an event or festival, something like that. And she met up with one of her people, and she told me about it and everything. And he was listening to the show, and he said, hey, he should be called the Prince of Podcast. And it has a great ring to it. So y'all will be hearing your boy referring to himself as Life Coach Jeff Relaford, a.k.a. the Prince of Podcast. So I'm just letting y'all know where it come from, so y'all don't come out of left field with it. I'm just letting you know that is where it come from, baby. So y'all know where we at, baby. I got to go into some things, and we're going to get right into today's topic, okay? So real quick, I'm going to let y'all know where we at real quick. Boom, baby. We are here at the Vibe Studios at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana, man. If you need your podcast or your radio show produced, people, this is what we do. We are here for you. It consists of Ron Reeder, the VNO, what you know, myself, Jeff Relaford of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace. Who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, please get to know him. And Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. We have a studio right here in Lake Station, Indiana, and we could go ahead and supply your podcast and radio needs. And real quick, as I'm saying that, we do have a show that will be coming through the Vibe Studios that your boy Jeff Relaford is bought on. Yes, let's give it up. Boom, boom, boom for the man, Dr. J. Kicking it with Dr. J, or Keeping It Real with Dr. J. That will be premiering November 1st through our studio. So y'all, please be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a good thing. So y'all be on the lookout and keep the Vibe Studios in your radar, baby. We're doing big things over here. So, and also, people, I cannot forget. I need to tell y'all this. Y'all have to remember, people, it's Monday night again. So this is Biggs Radio Monday Night Motivation. It consists of the Jeff Relaford Show from 5 to 6 p.m. and Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris from 6 to 8. And we also have the Dinah Lynn Biggs Show from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Please, y'all tap in, baby. We have y'all covered from the moment y'all get off work, from the time you get ready to almost rest your head, because Al Greer is going to meet you with them bedtime stories. He going to meet you there, and he going to tuck you in nicely. So then Al Greer just might put you to sleep. He just might put you to sleep. I'm just letting you know. But we have y'all covered, baby, from 5 to 10 p.m. Once again, that's the Jeff Relaford Show from 5 to 6 p.m. Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris from 6 to 8. And the Dinah Lynn Biggs Show from 8 to 10 p.m. And if you do have any questions or you would like to check us out on BiggsRadio.com. That will have all the information that you need to know about the stadium. And if you would like some music or airtime or sponsorship packages, please reach out to us at BiggsRadio@gmail.com and also 773-462-4447. Yes, y'all. All right. So y'all know I've had a lot of guests on. So, this is the week where, y'all got to hear from your boy. It's been a minute. So, y'all kind of see the title. For my people out there who are just listening to Radio Land, I want to let y'all know. It says too many men don't lead, and mama raised some ... dots. I wanted to kind of keep that open for today because I want to let y'all know too many men don't lead today. And I don't know, maybe y'all can tap into the comment section. Y'all can let me know what y'all think mama is raising out here, because I recently did a show with a few of my guys. Shouts out to the collab. It consists of Reggie Moving Forward, myself, Dr. J, Media Monix, and Dennis Smith. And we formed a collab. We just did a show recently. It's on my Facebook page. And we were just talking about some men stuff, but it was more so in relationships. But I really want to hit on this question of, hey, do y'all out there feel like that men are leaders today? Because I'm going to tell you my opinion. I kind of don't think that a lot of men are leaders. I feel that a lot of the leadership is dying off. And I believe this is due to a generation. Really, I want to tell y'all this. I believe this is really due to a generation of men. And I want to say not all men. I want to say young men. Due to a generation of young men that just don't care. I'm going to be very honest. They just do not care. I don't know how many of these young men I've come across who, and I'm talking about men in their 20s. Okay. Men in their 20s. These guys are, believe it or not, these guys are drinking and smoking on the job. Okay. Depending on where you at. These guys, they talking to women or their wives any kind of way. It's wild out here. It's a lot of this stuff I hadn't seen in a while, but I just kind of opened up my eyes to look at some things recently. And I'm like, man, I don't think, man, a lot of the men are being leaders out here, or at least trying to be leaders like they should supposed to be. Now, when we start talking about the older generation, old school in the house, you know what I mean? I believe, y'all, that old school is leading. I do believe old school is leading, and old school is doing the best that they can to keep up that portion. And then I believe my generation is one of the few that will be, I want to say dying out, or will be the last, but Jesus, it's tough out here, people. It's tough. It's tough to sit up here and actually find, again, some good male leadership out here. So I just want to know how y'all feel about it, because I'm telling you, I feel that it's not much out here. I could be totally wrong. I could disagree with you, or you could disagree with me about it. And, it's cool. This is also a safe space. But I'm just letting y'all know. I don't think it's a lot out here. And like I said, it's due to the changing culture. It's due to a lot of these young men not caring. And then I don't know if y'all probably heard this, when y'all was growing up too. I don't know. But I do believe that back in the day, there was more of a moral compass back then. There was more of a standard of living for the African-American household. I want to say that. I do believe there was more of a standard for the African-American household back when. And I believe that also contributes to the fact that too many men that aren't leading today. And I put in the status. I'm questioning the mamas. Mama raised who? I'm just saying. Now we could put it on daddy too. But I'm just seeing an influx of. I'm also seeing an influx. Oh my God, y'all don't understand out here. Social media is killing us, because I am seeing so many posts. And I don't believe that's my algorithm, because y'all, I get a mix of everything in my algorithm. I get food, relationship, everything. But I just happen to be seeing and hearing a lot of women talking about their singleness. So another question that we're going to embark on today too is, are women raising these men to be a certain way? Is that a reflection of the quote unquote single parent household that we are getting today in 2024? Again, people, these are just questions I'm asking. because I'm very curious about this, because I feel that there are times when, people are doing the best that they can. I get it. I'm not talking to you if you've done everything that you can to help raise your child or to do whatever you can, and just done everything the best way possible. But if you a person that's careless and you don't mind talking to your child any kind of way, and it's cool for them to talk to you any kind of way, I feel that we have some problems in here. But we're going to stay focused on this topic. And again, I just want to talk about the leadership with men. Like, do y'all feel that it is out there today? One point I hit on was how maybe the mamas are raising the boys. Maybe these young men don't have enough positive male role models around themselves, because I'll tell you this. When I was younger, I came from a single parent household, just my mom raising both me and my twin brother. We turned out good. We didn't get off into no mess, no craziness, no drugs, no alcohol, nothing like that nature. We live normal lives for the most part. This is what we do. We live normal lives for the most part. But I will say this. I did have some friends who kind of got into some things and all that other stuff like that. But my mother made sure that even though we had lack of a father in the household, what my mother did was she made sure that both myself and my brother, had positive male role models in our lives. So what we could do is we could learn from them and emulate some things from them. That's what was done. That's exactly what was done. So do y'all feel that also we are dealing with lack of men willing to show the young man how to be leaders? Because I'm telling you, I kind of feel that when you have community, I feel that with the hierarchy, men hold a great responsibility. Men hold a great responsibility in the hierarchy of community. And I'll tell you why. It is like that because normally you could tell how a man is in his household by the way that his wife treats him and his children. Okay? By the way that his wife treats him and his children. And I feel also that there's a disconnect. Also, I'm telling y'all, there's so many ways that this can go. So many different avenues that this can go. Because like I said, the male standard is very high. Okay? Very high. Not just in 2024, but in years past. We start looking at how my grandfather was raised. My great-grandfather was raised. You know what I mean? They instilled some good principles in us. When I say us, myself and my brother, in us, so that we could go ahead and carry that to now. So then, also with getting those great principles from them, I also started to realize that maybe also too, there could be, and I want to talk about this, man, because this is heavy. I do feel that with men in the household, different things can be passed on by forms of trauma, by forms of, I don't like to use the term generational curses on here, people. I don't like to use the term generational curses. I can't stand it. I don't like it because I feel that if something is in your family, you have the ability to fix it. I feel that we give words too much power over us. And saying something like a curse is a very strong word to speak over your family. Okay? To speak over anybody's family when you have the choice to actually change it. So I do feel that a lot of times that in a relation, not in relationships, but in relationships in marriage where kids are involved, young men do tend to see and emulate what their fathers or their grandfathers or other men that are around them do because they believe that that is the right way. So sometimes, like I said, that way can come in the form of trauma. So I'll say this for instance. I love my grandfather to death, but my grandfather was just a very quiet man. He was a very, very quiet man. Still is a very quiet man to this day. Love this man with all of my heart. My grandmother passed away in 2019. It was a lot going on, man. And I literally saw my grandfather gave his life for my grandmother. And, you know, when you see something like that, you know, I had the mentality in my own life of happy wife, happy life. So I'm using myself as example to hit on this trauma portion real quick. Okay, people. I had it in my head, happy wife, happy life, because I saw my grandfather do everything he could to please his wife. Now, that's not a bad thing. Okay. I want to let y'all know that. People, that is not a bad thing. It's not at all. I just want to let y'all know that sometimes, though, when you see something passed down and you believe it's right, you have to remember certain things work for certain people, but you can't always carry over everything that you see into your own relationships, into your own marriages. Because people, marriage is forever. Marriage ain't supposed to be for no short period of time. It's not supposed to end in divorce. It's not supposed to. Marriage is forever. So you have to be quite serious about that. You have to be very serious about that. I was very intentional with my wife. It was very serious. But what I realized was as I was going through, and my sister-in-law, shout out to my sister-in-law, Shakira, she pointed some of this out. She said, you know what? All they saw was their grandfather doing everything that he could to please his wife. And it's true. It's very true. And I had to learn from that. So this is what I mean by men seeing things and getting that trauma, okay? And looking at it and receiving it, because there was stuff that I had to learn from that, yo. I had to look at it and say, wow, Jeff, if you're doing so much pleasing for one person, how are you going to have balance to please yourself? Take a look at that, man. If you're doing so much to please one person, what are you doing to please yourself and to make yourself happy? I feel that that's a great question to ask. I know this question can be asked on the reverse side to women as well. I know it can be, but I want to ask this to men. Once again, if you're pleasing one person, trying to do so much, how are you pleasing yourself? Because it's a two-edged sword. Marriage is a two-edged sword, people. And I found myself going down that pathway of unfulfillment because I was trying to live for someone else. And that is how we break the cycle. Again, I don't like to call it a generational curse. I like to call it a cycle, because you can break a cycle. But when you use a strong word like curse, come on now, that's wild. I don't believe in stuff like that. I don't believe in us using those strong words like that. I feel that's against God's plan for us in our lives, because God doesn't curse, he gives blessings. So anything that we want to fix and turn it into a positive, we have the ability to do that. It's just all about your perception of it. If you're going to go into something negatively, I guarantee you, people, you'll get a negative result. If you're willing to switch your mindset, if you're willing to change something, then you can enter into something positive. Rest on that. So again, man, we have the ability to bring trauma into our lives based on the men who are in our lives. So we have to remember the generations before us, they did the best that they could. But we're not going to say just because they did the best that they could, that it was always the right thing to do. It takes a grown adult to say that I did the best I can, but maybe some of the things that I did weren't right for you. Trying to tell y'all. And these can attribute to why we have some men that do not lead nowadays. Try to tell y'all, yo. Telling you. I'm not going to tell y'all anything that your boy ain't went through himself. Y'all know how the show go. I use myself on this show. I'm an open book. I'm an open book because I have to be transparent, because people need to realize that this stuff is real. This is real. I ain't playing no games when I talk about this stuff. Y'all know that I was on the path of not being able to lead my marriage. And I'm talking about my recent stuff going on, people. I'm talking about the marriage that I'm in right now, 2024. Okay? I was down that path of not being the man to be able to lead my marriage, because what I did was I was trying to make sure I was pleasing her. Yes. What it do, my man Chris Gibson? What's up, homie? Miss Ovita, what's going on, Ovita? Thank you for tuning in, girl. You know we love you over here on the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast and the Jeff Rutherford Show. We love you over here. You get a double whammy, girl. But yes, I was on that verge of not being able to leave my marriage because I was trying to please somebody. I sat up here, I lost myself, people. And this is the second go around and I'm going through a marriage. I ain't trying to do a third, baby. Y'all need to understand. Your boy is not trying to do a third round of marriage. I believe you can find love anywhere. I believe you can find love. And what I'm talking about is, I respect what everybody gonna do, but I'm simply talking about man and wife marriage. That's what I'm talking about. And I feel that I can't talk about that because this is the Jeff Rutherford Show. And we ain't gonna get nobody canceled. But these are just my viewpoints. That's what it is. And it should be okay. Respect mine and I respect yours. But again, I'm not going down that path of marriage again. Nah, I'm in this one and I'm going to do everything I can to make this one work. Because again, if you don't do everything you can to make something work, you don't want to be a cycle or a trend that starts. Don't run away from your problems, man. Fix them. Do not run away from your problems, man. Fix them. If you fix your problems and you meet them head on, yes, it is hard for all of us. It is hard for all of us men to own up to the things that we do that are wrong. It's hard because pride and ego get in the way. Two things, baby. Pride and ego. Pride and ego will be the greatest downfall of a man. It could be the greatest downfall of a man because one, with pride and ego, we don't listen. We don't care what anybody else is saying or telling us. What we'll end up doing is, I swear, people, we will go the other way and do wrong before we go and do right because of pride and ego. Just trying to let y'all inside a little bit to these men and how we think because, baby, this is how we be rolling. This is how it goes. And when you're a godly man, okay? Y'all know, I believe on God on the show. I told y'all this before. This is how we roll. When you believe in God, when you are a godly man, it takes something for you to balance that, It takes something for you to balance that because you are in the flesh, okay? You're going to want to do things to please people. But at the end of the day, God is leading you to do something. Follow that. It's not going to always line up with what other people may see in the household. Okay? This could be between wife and the kids. It might not go ahead and make sense to what it's going to look like in the household. But if that's where you're being pulled towards, go ahead and do it. Yeah, I had to get that out. I had to get it out. But man, don't bring the trauma from the past into your future. Okay? Your future for your household is supposed to be good. It's supposed to be blessed. It's supposed to be filled with some type of abundance of something. I don't care whether you work the same job for 30 years, you are content with that. And if your abundance is, it's not about the money, but if your abundance is about you and your wife just loving on each other. I don't care if the abundance is about just you looking at your family structure and wanting to keep it together. Cultivate that. Nurture that part. Whatever you as a man see as abundance, go after that. And if it does happen to be riches and success for your family because you have goals, you have aspirations and dreams, follow that. Follow that. And know all the time, people, that there's not always a plan for it. Okay? There's not always a plan for it. Sometimes these things just happen. And when these things just happen, I like to tell people, hey, that's God leading you. Sometimes just let it be. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Everything will be okay. Even a homeless man got something to give you off and he in the streets. Homeless people got some of the best advice in the world. I'm trying to tell you, but we ain't going to get too far off topic, people. But all right, we are sitting at, man, I was supposed to take this break, yo, at a quarter past the hour, but we at a half already. So this is what we're going to do, people. I'm going to go ahead and run this commercial real fast. And I got to let y'all know, too, the show is also sponsored by T-Mobile. So big ups to T-Mobile for sponsoring the show. Y'all gonna hear my plea for something right when we come back.
Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting on the cable internet guy. Tell him, Zach.
First, I had cable, but those cords weren't me. I needed to find new Wi-Fi.
And he cried.
I didn't cry.
So he switched to T-Mobile. Home internet with 5G. It runs on their network. Just plug it in and you'll see.
What a feeling!
I have Wi-Fi now.
Can't stop streaming.
Have some wasted child.
I need home internet from T-Mobile to fulfill my life. My life. Yeah, what's up?
We have T-Mobile now.
Party's back on.
Do it again with your shirt off. You guys are fine.
Boom, people. There we go. As I said before, the show is sponsored by T-Mobile. So big shout out to T-Mobile for sponsoring us, man. I want to let y'all know we have a T-Mobile internet box that is in here that runs all of the beautiful equipment. Through our MacBook computers, through our Zoom, through our A10 Mini Pro, all the way down to the 3 cameras that we have in here. It is a beautiful setup we have, people. So big shout out to you, T-Mobile. And also, I'm just letting y'all know, I'm still T-Mobile. I'm still looking for the upgrade on my phone. You know, I ain't got it yet. You know, I'm just looking. What they got, y'all? iPhone 16 out now. They got a 16 Pro out. T-Mobile, just send it my way. That's all I'm asking for, baby. Just go ahead and send it my way. And y'all, I will be remiss if I did not make mention of this that is coming up on the 20th that I believe I will be a part of. So real quick, y'all gonna hear this, and I will have another promo to run a little bit later on the show, and then we're gonna get right back to the topic. But thank you, T-Mobile, and I'm looking for my upgrade.
A1 Gang and Loud Money Music Group presents Next Up Part 2. Live in concert, it's Ace the Don and the legendary queen of Chicago's hip-hop, Shauna. Yo, it's going down at the Loft in Gary, Indiana, 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. hosted by the big CEO, Megastar, and Miss Mina Brown Diva, with DJ Devin on the ones and twos. Get your early bird tickets now at megastar2414.com.
Y'all heard it, baby. It's Ace the Don with Next Up at the Loft Attic on September 20th, baby. It's going to be featuring Shauna and a host of other artists as well, hosted by Megastar and Miss Mina Brown Diva. They had the opportunity to sit down in the chat. Megastar was right here on the Jeff Relaford show. and sat down with the Prince of Podcast himself, Jeff Relaford, Life Coach Jeff. And we had a great discussion about artistry and music and everything of that nature. And Miss Mina Brown Diva sat right here on the podcast as well and got a chance to talk about her life and her contributions that she is also making to help out the Chicago artists as well. So y'all, please come through and support that. Shauna will be in the building as well. Once again, this is Next Up with Ace the Don and featuring Shauna. And I'm telling you, another host of artists that have come through at the Loft Attic. I'm sorry, I be calling it Adik. The Loft Attic on September 20th, which is this Friday. So y'all, come on, man. Come on out. It is going to be a great event. So yes, y'all. Again, too many men don't lead out here, man. Well, who is mama raising out here? Is mama raising some sissies? Y'all know I don't like to talk about people like that, man. I ain't gonna go that heavy in the paint. I'm not gonna do that. Y'all know we don't go too heavy in the paint on the show, but we gonna talk. We definitely gonna talk. So yes, okay, I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Do y'all believe mama is out here raising some sissies? Do y'all believe mama is out here raising some punks? Do y'all believe that? Do you believe that men are being coddled today in 2024? I'll tell y'all what I think. Nino Nagash, what up, brother? Just like that, brother, with the fire emoji. Hey, man, this is how we do it, baby. Just like that. We let them know. We're going to give them some hard truth and accountability. They don't be ready for it, man. They don't be ready for it, man. I'm trying to tell you. I cuss every day when I use that A word, accountability. I should be censored every day when I'm on the show because I say that word, accountability. I should be. Donna Lynn, don't censor me. Don't censor me, please. But yes, people, do y'all believe that mama is raising some sissies out here? Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that these men aren't raised to be men in a single parent household? I did recently watch a reel. And another woman said this. So this is what was so great about this, because another woman actually said this. And I pay attention when women say things about other women, because there are so many things that we can say as men about women, but when other women speak on other women, I pay attention to that. And she said there are a lot of women treating their sons like their husbands or their boyfriends, going on dates with their sons, taking them on trips, saying, hey, me and my son doing this, where the son is put on the pedestal, or mama's posing with their sons and it don't look right. It looked like that she out here catching a young teenager, but then you realize and read the caption, oh, that's my son. They out here. And a woman said that's very unhealthy. She was saying how these young men are growing up to just take care of mama and not really growing up to take care of themselves. And I'm talking about young sons, y'all. Some of these young sons, some of these at 16, 17, 18. And then I saw a couple of them where it was like, it was kind of weird, like 30, 35, maybe in your 20s, going out with your mama and it look like that's your woman. Like, I don't understand that. I don't think that's right. I don't think that look right at all, people. That's not a good look. I'm going to tell y'all this. I have the relationship with my mother to where we could get together. We could talk on the phone. I might take my mother out to dinner every now and then. She is overdue for that, by the way. Mama, I got you. And, people, we have a mother and son relationship. So the question I have is, why are these women crossing the line with that? Why? Is it because they are looking for someone? Is it that they are putting all of that they are supposed to embody, not into a husband, but transferring that to their sons? I don't think that's good, people. I don't think that's good. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. I think it's one of those things where what we have to do is we have to set boundaries and limits. Boundaries and limits. If you do not set boundaries and limits with your children, there can be grave consequences and repercussions for things like that, people. Trying to tell you. We need boundaries with our children. So, I don't think mama's raising sissies. I'm going to say this. I don't think mama is raising sissies at all. What I think mama is doing is, I think in some cases, the values are just taught a little different. Moms are putting some of these sons on pedestals. They're treating them a little bit differently. And what they miss out is on a very big, valuable part. Okay. Because I do feel that sons and young men have to learn how to take accountability for their own mistakes. Sons can't always save mom all the time. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Your son can't always save you as a mother all the time because, mom, you are an adult. Let's talk about that. You are an adult. Ain't no reason why the light bill got to go in little Billy or Ray Ray name because you done messed up. And now you're about to mess up his credit too. Ain't no reason for that to happen. It shouldn't go down like that. That we don't need it to be that way. Sometimes as parents, you have to take accountability for your own actions. Oh, I just cussed again. I'm sorry. As a parent, you have to take accountability for your own actions. Moms, you can't look at your sons to save you. Now, he might want to help you because you are his mother. And I don't care who you are. As a son, you will always love your mother. You will always love your mother. If a man has hate in his heart for his mom, I pray for that man, and I really hope that his heart softens because there's love in there somewhere. But I'm going to tell you, as a man, I'm telling you, you always have love for your mother. So there are things that you would want to do for her to help her, but it is not your job to be a husband. It is not your job to be a boyfriend. It is not your job to quote unquote save. Like I said, help. If somebody's in dire need, people, come on, because I'm not talking too drastic here, okay? Like something gonna happen, or let's say mama can't pay the house or something, she might need a place to stay. Bring her in. But this is also with the hopes of mama getting on her feet as well. It's okay for you, son, to put some fire under your mama's butt to do a little better because that's your space that's going on. I don't care if you got to disagree with me, people. I don't care because the thing is this. At the end of the day, I will say this. If I had to invite my mother into my household to live and she needed help, I would try to provide resources and avenues to help her to the best of her ability. But the whole goal is to get her up on her feet. That is what we do when we talk about community, people. It's the reason why I said men in the beginning. It's the reason why I said men are held to a high standard in community. Because if us as men look at, in terms of providing resources for people, or AKA your own family, you bring your resources into the home. And what you do is you provide avenues to where your children or your wife can be successful. That is how we build up. We build up the household, and then the household turns back and builds up the community. This is how I believe we make our family unit stronger. And I'm talking about maybe three to four generations, if you live that long. So we'll say 2 to 3 deep, 2 to 3 generations deep. If you have to look at the timeline, it can be done. It can be done. But we have to have a different mindset when it comes to this. We have to be willing to do better, and we have to be willing to change. And mothers, allow your sons to be sons. Okay? Allow your boys to be boys, and as they grow up, allow those men to become men. Because a boy will grow into a man by learning from his own mistakes. If mommy always has to come in and save him, he will be looking for you in his 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s for you to come and help him and bail him out. Y'all know how it go, man. They come out, people be like, oh, we've been helping Junior all this time. Junior, he just struggled a little bit. Is it okay? Can Junior go ahead and try to help himself? Well, that's my mama. I got to do for mama. Yeah, you could do for mama. But everybody has their boiling point or their limit. Everybody does. All I'm saying is, people, just make good judgments with good decision making. You know what I mean? Make sure that you're just not making rash decisions very quickly. Even when we want to help other people, that goes for everybody. But we're stemming it on this portion here because I tied in the fathers, the sons, and the mothers. It's a big conglomerate of things that really go into this, y'all. And I just hope y'all will really just take time to really look at that and think about it. Because as a father, are you doing everything that you can to build up your household for community? Are you doing everything you can to not only instill values, but create avenues so your family can be successful? I don't think that's a big task to do. But even if you go ahead and provide your sons and daughters and your wife with the correct information with something, and you leave it there, you are laying down a foundation, man. You are laying down some type of foundation so that way you could be looked at as being respected and as being a leader. And also what follows in turn with that is you making the right decisions. And like, as I said, the only way a boy can be raised into a man is if when he is young, he is allowed to learn from his own mistakes. So mothers, stop coddling your sons. Please stop coddling your sons. Because I'm telling you, the more you coddle that boy, like I told you, he gonna be looking for you in his 20s, 30s, 40s, and maybe in his 50s. At that time when he about 40, 50, he probably moved away and you just send him a little something. He'll call you. Well, Junior needed a 20. I had to send him, his car was in the shop. He asked for $400. He needed $400. It's okay to ask your child, where's that $400 going, baby? It's okay to do that. It's okay. In our communities as a whole, we have to hold our people to a bigger and brighter standard. I see that happening more, but there are some cases where, we might be falling back a little bit. And we don't need to fall back, people. We need to move forward. So, and we are reaching that quarter past the hour mark here. No, quarter till the hour. Man, the time has flew by. I know it's been a minute since y'all done heard Life Coach Jeff talk his stuff for a minute, but this is why we are here, baby, on the Jeff Relaford Show. And you are listening to Life Coach Jeff Relaford, a.k.a. the Prince of Podcasts. If you missed it, if you missed the story, you got to watch the replay for my people on Facebook and YouTube. But I'm just saying, you are here with Life Coach Jeff, a.k.a. the Prince of Podcasts on the Jeff Relaford Show. And we will be right back after these sponsors.
Hurry up! The game's about to start!
We're underway. He's marching down the field. Now the defense is unraveling before our eyes. What a play! Oh, looks like he's hit a snag. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. I've never seen anything like it.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% back.
Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good is made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles to help me out.
Splurgy Tina loves a hotel near Rodeo Drive.
Oh, Tina.
Wild Tina booked a farm stay to ride this horse.
Glenn Close?
With millions of possibilities. You can book whoever you want to be.
That's my line.
Booking.com.
Yeah.
The most patient among us know to be a slow sipper is to enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
It feels like spring at the Home Depot. Time to stop and smell the roses. But why stop there? Let's smell the freshly cut grass, a little sawdust and lumber, and maybe a couple steaks too. And a little something for the patio. And then let's stop and smell the roses. Everything you need for spring at our best prices of the season. That's the power of the Home Depot.
For 159 years, the YMCA of Greater Toledo has been at the forefront of fostering positive change and empowering lives in our community. The YMCA is committed to empower success in our youth. Why? For you. Over 1,000 kids attend classes weekly, with a staggering 75% of Y kids in pre-K fully prepared to enter kindergarten. Summer becomes adventure for 700 kids each week, attending our summer day camps from June through August. And our Y Achievers programs helps to guide our teens, shaping the leaders of tomorrow. Our commitment doesn't stop there. The YMCA is dedicated to promoting healthy living, creating the foundation for lifestyle changes. Why? For you. Over 800 people per quarter are participating in accredited chronic disease programs. These life-changing programs focusing on diabetes, blood pressure, heart health, and healthy lifestyles are at full capacity, a testament to the impact they have on our community members dealing with life-threatening diseases. The Y's commitment to youth and healthy living help us stand out. But what truly sets us apart is our ability to bring people together. The Y is for community. Y for you. We collaborated with 500 area partner agencies, working hand in hand to make meaningful, positive change in our communities. With 11 YMCA facilities, 10 branches, including store camps, we recorded a staggering 1.4 million visits in 2023 alone. We proudly served 75,223 members, with 37% benefiting from financial assistance, ensuring everyone has the opportunity to participate. As we embark on our 2024 annual campaign, we invite you to join us to be a part of something bigger, to empower success, promote healthy living, and to bring people together. When you think about all the impact the YMCA makes and you ask yourself why, remember, it's for you, for you, for you. Why for you? Why for all?
Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting on the cable internet guy. Tell him, Zach.
First, I had cable, but those cords weren't me. I needed to find new Wi-Fi.
And he cried.
I didn't cry.
So he switched to T-Mobile. Home internet with 5G. It runs on their network. Just plug it in and you'll see.
What a feeling!
I have Wi-Fi now!
Can't stop streaming! Have some wasted child!
I need home internet from T-Mobile to fulfill my life. My life. Yeah, what's up?
We have T-Mobile now!
Party's back on!
Do it again with your shirt off. You guys are fine.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, aka the Prince of Podcast, and we are back here on the Jeff Relevant Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, y'all. Come on. Sad to say, we only have 10 more minutes of this show left. So, if you are listening and you did not have the opportunity to go ahead and catch the whole show, please go ahead and catch the replay on the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus YouTube channel, and also the Jeff Relevant page on Facebook or the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus Facebook page. y'all go ahead. If you missed it, go ahead and get you some of this in today, because we have had a great conversation talking about how do men really lead, and who is mama really raising. We touched on some great subjects about just people in general, men in general, and how certain things can creep into the household by way of trauma, how boys can end up watching and emulating the things that the male influences have in their life. And just because all the things that men did, they look good, but that doesn't mean that it was always the right way. We talked about that. And then we also went ahead and we spoke upon these women treating their sons like they boyfriends and they husbands. How far is too far? Stop coddling your babies. Stop coddling. I understand they look like your babies, but as they get older, they're not going to be babies anymore. They are going to be men. They're going to be young men growing into men. We also said that the only way that a man can truly learn is by allowing him to learn from his mistakes. So mothers, stop coddling your sons, because I guarantee you in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and maybe even their 50s, they will be looking for you to bail them out because you have coddled them and bailed them out. Come on, man. They men. They're young boys forming into men. Allow them to go through their own personal struggles and learn some things on their own. Unless that male is in dire need, go ahead and give him some help. Go ahead and give him some help. In dire need. So same goes for those men also with those mothers. Unless she's in dire need, go ahead and provide resources. We talked about providing resources, man, bringing that into your family for growth and development of your children and your wife. Are you doing everything that you can to make that happen as well? It's a number of subjects we touched on today. I'm just grateful that I can have another week to give that to you all. So if that's, I just want to leave you out with this final thought. Always live the best life that you can. Live the best life that you can. Never walk away from something knowing that you could have tried harder or you could have done more. Nah, don't do that. Walk away knowing that I gave my best and I gave my all. So that way you leave no stone unturned in your life and you will continue to be satisfied. That's what I got for y'all today, man. So y'all, once again, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, aka the Prince of Podcast, on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation, baby. And we signing off. And we will definitely be back next week with another great show for you. So, all right, y'all. Remember, redirect, regroup, refocus. I love y'all so very much. And peace out. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Relaford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Relaford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Relaford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the Online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Relaford on the Jeff Relaford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation.